Why, hello there, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft. Jamie Clough Gaming here. Oh dear. This is part 23. This is level 10. Madubu Gorge, which is the second level. It's the third level of South Pacific. And after that, there is the boss fight in Temple of Puna, and that horrible boulder puzzle which I died about 50 million times on. But why I laughed is because I include the full title of the game there, and I don't normally do that. Most people would just say it's Tomb Raider 3, but the full title is actually Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft. Of course, Tomb Raider was just called Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 2 was called Tomb Raider 2 starring Lara Croft, and Tomb Raider 3 was Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft. And Tomb Raider 4 was Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelation. And of course then there was Tomb Raider Chronicles. And yeah, Angel of Darkness was Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. And that sort of continued. But yeah, we are still in Madubu Gorge. This is the second part. In this part we'll conclude the level after much pain and suffering. Trying to get that damn kayak to just go in a straight line for once. Proving almost impossible to do, unfortunately. So, but yeah. What I would attempt to do if I do a remake of this level is just have no plug, just at the end of the level right here. You're like, what? I hope the level's finished already. Oh. Instead, however, you have to battle on. I don't think I ever actually jump in there, so you don't actually. Oh, did I? Did I cut it out? Oh no. Because that would be hilarious to see getting eaten by the piranhas in there. Of course, you've already seen it happen in the India section. Fell in the water and got eaten by the piranhas, didn't you? So the second level, yeah, that was it. Temple ruins. What I find funny is I was editing and recording that level's not that long. The thing. It is quite longish, but it should have just been 2 parts. It was because of what I was doing, it ended up being a 3-parter. But never mind. It'll be entertaining enough, I guess. Oh, this is so painful to watch. Has this not been... How long do I spend this section? Oh my god. Could do with some music. Oh my god. Nah. I'll resist. Or will I? I don't know. Yeah, 40 minutes is just spent doing this sort of thing, isn't it? Oh, honestly, if you're not familiar with Tomb Raider 3 and you're trying to play it for the first time, god, some of the levels will just have you in bits. Probably on the edge of despair. You'll probably rage quit several times, but it's not like all of the levels are this hard. That's the third and final secret, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, yeah, I've checked that. Fantastic. Fantastic. All of the secrets in this level, all you have to do is activate the chime. Now, what normally happens when you get a secret is you actually have to be in the area with the items to activate the chime. This level, you just have to be remotely near it and you'll activate the chime. It's pretty good. And of course, in Tomb Raider 2, you have to pick it up to activate the chime. Because they're all dragons, weren't they? The secrets. That was a much simpler system. I don't know. But with this game, I went back to convoluted, having up to 6 secrets in every level, and some levels have 1 secret. There were levels with no secrets. Just like the final 2 levels in Tomb Raider 2, there's no secrets in either of those. And had there been, it wouldn't have made much sense really, because there was the boss fight level, and then there was the level where the faithful employees of what I'll tell you who you killed want to get their revenge on you for killing their Lord and Saviour Marco Bartoli. So then you just blast them all with your shotgun. About 10 to 15 minutes it's all over, but iconic ending where Lara turns the gun on you and says, "Dude, you think you've seen enough?" and then kills you. The implication. A lot of people would be very excited about that at the time. Right, the footage is frozen. This is the risk I take. You see, the screen goes black if others, so I won't be able to see what I'm doing. I don't know. That only happened once. Well, it happened twice. On the same footage. It didn't happen with any of the other footage I've recorded. So, well, I've lost the picture though. I've just got a still picture with the noise on. Oh, it's come back. Oh, this is very painful to watch. I could have cut some of this out. Well, I wasn't really paying attention fully because, as some of you may be aware, Williams will draw comics for the internet. I was working on that at the same time as editing this video. I was multitasking, which, if you're a man, is not really a good idea. Though I've got feminine traits and masculine traits, I guess. The only thing that would put me off being a woman is, of course, once a month you have a period, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to cope with that. Having said that, I've had toilet problems on a regular basis myself, so it's not like I've had it easy on the toilet, but I don't want to say too much. Why? Why? Oh, no, it's, I'm not going to go into why, but, right, finally I've actually got to the place you need to get to unplug the thing eventually, so as you expect, there's a crocodile there waiting for Lara to jump out so he can eat have a healthy snack there. I was trying to run the crocodile over, but with the kayak that doesn't work. Whereas with the snowmobile and the quad bike, you just have to go on and the enemy sculpt and they instantly die. It's hilarious, but this is why the kayak is pretty much my least favourite vehicle. There's nothing particularly enjoyable about it at all, really. It's just a means to an end. It looks good. Lara looks good in it. That's about it. Everything else about it's just horrible, really. I don't know what they were thinking of when they came up with this level. But it's levels like this that cement Tomb Raider 3's reputation as being notoriously hard. Let's get as well. I'm not sure whether I found Let's Get as hard as this one, because I was vaguely familiar with how the Let's Get starts. It's very convoluted as well, and a bit broken, it must be said. And the reason why it's broken, because some levels in this game are a bit broken, in that, for example, well, just a few levels back at Coastal Village. Why I say it's broken is because you don't actually need the smuggler's key. You can either get that or not, which I think it's interesting. You don't have to get the essential items. Why I say Lud's Gate's broken is because the cutscene, the guy specifically tells you to get embalming fluid in order to progress. and yet it's possible not to pick it up and still finish the level, so that he never gets his embalming fluid. Or you can pick the embalming fluid up and just not give it to him and finish the level. What you're actually supposed to do is plug the embalming fluid in his area, come back to his area and put it in. It gives you a shortcut, a handy short, a quicker route into the trickier areas. And that's the method I prefer to do, because then you know you've given the guy some embalming fluid just like he asked you to do, so you've done it properly. You do that. But the fact that it's possible to complete the level without even getting up to the area with the embalming fluid in it is a bit broken. Oh, of course I'm skipping ahead. That's in the next segment, which is London. So, yeah, London and Antarctica are two favourite segments. And then I'd probably say Nevada. I don't know which I prefer the India. This segment, I'd probably rate the coastal village on a similar level to India. Coastal village, not the South Pacific. South Pacific is a bit more challenging than India, but it's the same. It's similar in design, really. Similar design. A bit more ambitious, a bit harder. Not that India's in any means easy, but there you go. Temple Ruins, for example, is quite... but it's got nothing on this level, trust me. Despite all the giant statues you have to fight. It can be a bit of a pain in the arse, especially if you're using pistols to kill them, because they can shield your bullets, obviously, and it take a long time to get rid of them. You could just leave them alive, but there is two that you definitely have to kill because they drop items that you need to progress, like giant swords and that. And I can't talk about that because we've already covered it. Oh dear. Well, by the time you see this, we will have already covered it. Right. And if it wasn't enough, I have to navigate this monkey swing here. I just went in a circle. Oh, what a tard. What a tard. Oh. I've got to admit, if I don't know what I'm doing in a video game, I do look a bit stupid, but I suppose that's the same with a lot of people. It might not be. I might just be the stupidest person who ever played this game in the history of time. And if it wasn't enough, concentrating on when there's fire, breathing face there, you have to avoid this fire. And I must admit, I'm not the best at this sort of thing. So you can imagine I've lost footage. I've got the picture and the sound, but I've lost the footage. Alright, let's combine them. What the fuck? I've lost footage again, guys. Oh my god, I hate it when that happens because I don't know what I'm looking at. Of course, in the bonus sense, I do know what I'm looking at, but oh my god, it's speeded up. It does that. Oh, this laptop needs throwing a pin, to be honest. I got the new computer. I'll keep it in reserve, you know. Yeah, I'll keep it in reserve just in case, you know. And you need to. It's like you've got a spare pair of glasses. If I put them on, I'll probably destroy my eyes, but if anything happens to the glasses I've got, I'll need to use the spare pair until they're fixed, sort of thing. It's the same deal with technology, really. You should have like a... You see, it's like... I was using a PS1 when I got back to Let's Play earlier this year, so I managed to broke my other PS2. There was no way to get it fixed, so I had to buy it. While I was waiting to get another PS2, I was using an ancient PS1. And of course, when I got the other PS2, I didn't need the PS1 anymore because the PS2 was PS1 and PS2 games on it. So now the PlayStation 1 is in reserve. You know, because it had been 4 years since I last used it anyway. So if anything happens to the PS2, I've got the PS1 for doing PS1 games. The problem with that is I can't do PS2 games on the PS1, obviously. So, yeah. And I haven't had much problems with the PS4, surprisingly, even though I've got it second hand. It's pretty much worked throughout. What's the next time I use it? It comes out or something. That's the thing when you get things second hand, you don't know how long they're going to last, so to speak. No, I've already said this. Right. Now, the areas, the bits of this level when you're not in a kayak are actually the easiest bits by far. Because Lara's very smooth to control and everything. But that doesn't mean they're not tricky. As you've seen, I've died several times before I even got the kayak, so and it'll be hilarious, some of them, but it's close up with Lara's down there and the green shot. Does the green shot bring out a backside in a more revealing manner than the brown ones? I don't know. What? Oh dear. The outfit's certainly more revealing because it's basically just like that's barely even a bra what she's got on the top, but it's a very hot in the South Pacific, you see, you don't need to wear much. Yeah, and Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3 was kind of the first game where you go to different locations, you get different outfits. Whereas in Tomb Raider 2, all that changed. Well, that was Tomb Raider 2, wasn't it? That was the first game. And having said that, in Tomb Raider 1, when you go in the Croft Manor, she does the Croft Manor Sport outfit. But then when you're doing a levels, she has the same outfit in every one. To my mind, the Croft Manor Sport from the mansion in Tomb Raider 1 is probably the best outfit that Lara's ever got, to be honest. It certainly beats whatever that brown cargo pants outfit in Tomb Raider 2, man. That was not a great outfit in my estimation. I think the Croft Manor Sport was much better than that. And the outfit she has in the home in Tomb Raider 3, like red combat trousers, camouflage. Still a bit questionable. I don't know about the Croft Manor Sport. Like one of the good things about Anniversary, most of the things about the game are negative because it's probably the worst Tomb Raider game ever made in my estimation. Well, it is in my estimation. Some people who are not keen on it still think it's not the worst game, and I appreciate that. But one of the good things about it was they could unlock outfits, couldn't you? Just like Legend. There wasn't as many outfits in Anniversary as Legend, there's only about 8. But one of the outfits was like an updated version of the Croft Manor Sport, and I thought that was pretty cool. And there's Gold Lara. You unlock a Gold Lara, like how she looks when she's still in the hand, and you can play as Gold Lara. And also you get the metallic sound effects. That's pretty good. There's also a catsuit outfit you can unlock, and the funniest one by far, Scorched Natla. You can play as Scorched Natla. That's quite a hideous looking costume, as you can imagine, all red and charred. The game itself is absolute trash, unfortunately, but well, the mana is sort of alright because it's original, sort of new puzzle elements, but it's still just a bit irritating. And there you go. So you know that secret I unlocked. These are the items from the secret. Well, the first item was the safe crystal, which I managed to get with the kayak. And like all this time later, it's taken me to get to the secret on foot. And I must say the section's beautiful with all the waterfalls and the blonde water. I must say that I think the water effects in Tomb Raider 3 were way ahead of the time. Maybe Metal Gear Solid or better graphics in many ways by this point, as people point out, but the water effects in Tomb Raider 3 for me were way ahead of their time by 1998. I mean, dude, forget this was over 2 decades ago now. Jesus. When I first played it was now 20 years ago. Fucking hell, you know. But when I first played it, it was the year 2000. Yeah. No, it's 2020. Oh god. It's 2020 before I actually completed for the first time. Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing. That's a bit embarrassing. Well, in 2014, I sort of completed it. I did skip a few of the levels. Oh dear. And yes, this is the first time I've actually completed Tomb Raider 3 properly. 2020. 20 years after getting it. But of course, well, it was my sister who actually got me into the series, and I wasn't very interested in it initially when I first saw it. I was more of a Spyro the Dragon fan. I like the cartoony effects of Spyro too. It took me a few years to sort of get the appeal of Tomb Raider, and when I'd grown up fully, I thought, my god, how did I prefer Spyro to Tomb Raider? But then when you grow up, it's sort of, oh, sophistication, you know. Well, I don't know what the hell I'm going on about, but I'm just rambling on at this point. No, oh dear. Right, if that wasn't enough that I had fire statues and monkey boss, you have them again to get over this big waterfall. I like to say I'm not the best at avoiding them, so there's a lot of trouble in there for me. Oh, that's just... I love the fact she doesn't drop down, she just dies on the swing. Right. This is the point where I admitted defeat and had to cheat for more save crystals. Not my finest hour, but as I've said, it's when you can't win playing fairly. Cheat. Problem, of course, being that in the Crystal Dynamics games you can't get the cheats until you've actually completed the game. Well, if you can't win playing fairly in the Crystal Dynamics, you know, it's your legend to be fair. You must be complete spars, but well, to be fair, there's difficult levels. There's easy, medium, and hard. And hard, it is harder to kill the guys. And sometimes, occasionally, rather, when you fight the guards, all these men, it can be. If they throw a grenade at the wrong moment, Lara will instantly be wiped out. And I've had that before happen on my Let's Play. So, and a harder difficulty just makes the combat harder. The levels themselves will still be very straightforward. But yeah, there's this one guy on the Tomb Raider forums that made me laugh my head off. He said he found Tomb Raider Legend harder than the core games. I was like, if I hadn't been banned out, I would have relentlessly took the piss out of him for that. And then I got banned for doing that, probably. But, well, no, I just gently mocked him. You know, the thing is, I was never nasty to anyone. I had a few arguments, but that's just what happens on a forum. You can't prove they're wrong. And if, well, there was a time when I did sort of offend somebody, and I did go on to apologise for that. And that's not what I was buying anyway, so what a travesty. Right, so I've cheated for more save crystals now. I should save the game at this point. My god. And the sound effects of the water also, I think, are quite authentic. I think they actually got real sound effects to put on the water. And Yes, the graphics have long been surpassed since 1998, but now games it's all graphics. Graphics. Whereas, I suppose indie games are not. The thing with indie developed games is they're developed with no money, so they're not even 3D half the time. And it's like I can't really play a game unless it's 3D these days. That's why I couldn't play the original two Grand Theft Autos, because I looked at the back, I saw the cards and think, hang on a minute, that's 2D. And that was before Grand Theft Auto was even popular, the first two games. Then the third one was 3D, and obviously from that point it became a lot more popular. Pretty much became the most popular game franchise on Earth from that point on. But Driver got there first. Driver showed the way. And I played Driver 2 and it showed the way because you steal different vehicles and all that. Go to these locations. And Driver showed the way that Grand Theft Auto was the one that made the money. Yes, I had one of the most recent Driver games, well, in 2013. It looked quite nice, but there was a fair bit of barrier as to where you could go, fortunately, so I didn't really get to explore it. It's kind of similar to Grand Theft Auto. I can't exactly remember what it was. And, it was on the Xbox 360. I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that. Oh God. Felt the water. I'm dead. Cut back up there. You see that? That's slick editing there. I've noticed if you die in the water, then you reload. The point you save, it'll have a water sound effect just as you reload. I've never noticed that before, actually. Pretty cool. I noticed a similar thing in Tomb Raider 4 where those tutorial levels, if you die and reload on the harder path, you get the spike noise just as you reload. Like the shking. That's pretty cool. Of course, it's very sad and nerdy to notice that and point out, but I thought I'd do so anyway. Oh dear. I think most players would have noticed that. Come on. Come on. Right. That's one of the other paths you can go on the kayak, but I've got some confusion as to how you get that far in, but this level's very convoluted and this probably is a way. That's probably a shortcut, actually. Actually, no. Well, just shut up. I love the look of this area. It's so ambitious in terms of what they did and the technology they had. I fell in the water again. Obviously. Yeah, I thought as much. Oh my god. We've still got 20 minutes to go. It's nothing really. Oh my god. Well, I have a minute for doing this. But I start. Yeah. Then you get the water sound effect when you reload. I don't know what you see. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, this level's kind of a complete mess. The thing I remember Temple of Puna being hard for is the spinning top thing, but they're tricky to avoid. The big boulders are fucking really hard to avoid, so they're actually harder than the thing. I believe you have to. Do you? No, that's before you fight Puna, because when you fight Puna, He drops the artifact when you kill him, and when you pick that up, the level ends. That's it. As is tradition, when you pick one of the artifacts up, the level ends. The area ends, and you go somewhere else. Which is London. Anyway, what is that? Oh no! Oh, she has a spaz attack there. No, right. That basically is just a white bra. Oh, you forgot to put your clothes on. I don't do Lara voices. I don't do Lara voices because it would be a bit stupid. Oh, some people do. I don't. Some people do. Some people don't. I don't know. I tried it once. What, 7 years ago. It didn't work. I haven't tried it once anymore, and I probably won't try again. Right, so this Tomb Raider 3 gives the only Tomb Raider with those obscure things that are actually ladders in it. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, I'm probably right. So, well, wait a minute. I think there's some parts of Tomb Raider 4 that are obscure behind the walls as well. Thinking of the Valley of the Kings there. They probably just retextured those ones, to be honest. You go for the secret. Oh, I can't wait to be doing Tomb Raider 4. Oh. It's like probably my favourite game of all time. Oh god. And then, of course, you see, I did get confused later on because I forgot. Because the third secret is actually really easy to get. I'd say it's even easier to get than the first two. Because you can basically just sail there and get the noise. You might not actually pick that back of the series. Right. It is kind of weird having New Game Plus and then going back to the original game. There's not that much difference. Except you don't have unlimited items, obviously. Game still plays pretty much the same. So it's a bit more challenging with limited items. But it's not that much more challenging than the last one. It's still challenging either way, which is what I like about it. Getting killed by this guy. His name is Oldie McBollis. This has been rolling around for over 1,000 years. Why I said that? Boulders are not people. They don't talk. They're just a trap of death. And oh god, there's another one. There's actually 4 boulders here. 4 boulders to get past. But they're not easy to avoid. Yeah, the thing with they brought the boulders back, didn't they, in Legend? But in Legend, you have to be a bit stupid to die in boulders actually get so much. It's so easy to avoid them, and they're quite slow moving. They're not as fast, and there's no like narrow paths with them like Tomb Raider 3. We're pretty much screwed. I was set myself on fire, which is good. Oh, Lara. Only you could so flammable your entire body catches fire. You can touch your flame. Jesus Christ. That's what was so funny about the classics. They didn't take themselves. I mean, it took a fair bit of skill to do them. There were still humorous elements. What I like about the fire effects in this game is they're much improved. Or the second one. Oh, it's gone out of sync again. This always happens, seems to anyway. It's frozen, I got the sound. It took me quite a while to avoid the fourth one. It took me quite a while. Then you just get splattered, which is nice. There was some walkthrough I was watching the other day. When something dies, it bleeds purple blood instead of red. But obviously this is a modded version of the game because I don't believe that would happen on the ordinary PC version. But it's spec'd up to fuck. The graphics are absolutely incredible. Like the lighting effects were so far above this version, for example. And well, when you know what you're doing. Why did I do that? Oh dear. I was expecting to be falling off your chair with laughter at that, but yes, I could have been a comedian. You know the story of John Bishop? He just broke up with his girlfriend. He was unemployed, he had no money at all. And then he went to the comedy club and managed to get a career in comedy. And now he's loaded. I don't find him that funny. I don't find most stand-ups that funny, actually, either. Most of them I don't actually laugh at any of the jokes, and I can't really understand how they got famous. Because they're not very talented, really. They're just... they're witty, but they're not necessarily funny. And I think if you're going to be a comedian, you have to be funny. Being funny is the most important thing. Yet most of these stand-ups I just don't find that funny at all, you know. I guess it's not really my sort of thing anyway, but I don't know, I think I prefer situation comedies like Curb Your Enthusiasm, that sort of thing, because you're not just watching a guy standing there telling jokes, you're watching a situation comedy. I just prefer situation comedy, stand-up comedy. It's funnier. And yeah, with stand-up you have to try so hard to be funny that I reckon most of them try so hard to be funny that they just end up not being very funny at all. Brilliant. We're sort of near the end of the level now. What I had a false memory of was there being a secret in here, but of course you've already got all the secrets before you get here. And so, oh my god, what we're doing. This area looks quite tricky to navigate, but it's not as tricky to navigate as it looks. It's just a big area, loads of white rock water rapids to scare you. It's silly, but all you have to do really is, I believe I'll navigate quite easily. The zip line. A lot of the zip lines in Tomb Raider 3 are a bit dodgy. They're a bit dodgy because often it can lead to your death. You're like, what the hell's happened? I really like this. I really do like this. Sorry, I've done it again. I just want to say something. I haven't been able to say it. I do like the skull effects here, and I'm glad they were reused in Tomb Raider 4. And that's a ladder with skulls, climbing skulls. I like that. That's quite creepy. The best kind of creepy is sort of that kind of cryptic look to the level. Oh my god, I've been poisoned. The irony is, I think, Oh, I pressed the cheat in. Yes, I have. Get on the citruses. I don't empty my guns until time's off, so I've still got too much ammunition. Not that it matters, as I've already detailed, pretty much, but oh my god. See, I do like bits of this level, it's just so difficult to navigate, that's very off-putting, and I really don't think people would be. The only reason to replay it would be to take all the different shortcuts that you didn't take the other time, of course. See, on New Game Plus, I don't imagine you need to get the secrets, for instance, so you take a shortcut and navigate a level a bit faster. So there is replay value with this game in that respect. Right, you see I've unplugged the water now. So how much have we got to go? Oh, not a lot. A few minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes. 6 and a bit minutes. And well, all these things be laughing backs off the how not to do this. Especially in those sort of 4.25 hours footage to whittle down, show up down to 1 hour and 40 minutes. But you see on this version, Crocodile's still alive, you see. I didn't actually kill him. You can just go and that's with 5,000 grenades, I guess. Well, you took 5,000 grenades to kill him, you'd be a bit of an idiot to say the least. Should take it out. More like the grenade cannon it's the super ammo. You fire that in the water. Each grenade's like 3 or 4 explosions. Pretty good. So yeah, we have to go back to where you left the kayak and just navigate back down. And the plug is now gone. You can finish the level. But don't go straight down. Don't go straight down, you'll die. You'll die. You have to go down the... Oh my god! I've died. Yeah. I thought it was probably just one of the best things I've been through in my entire life. It's just funny. I just thought I'd leave this footage to show that I used a different gun this time to kill him. And then I go back to me doing this. Oh well. I suppose I could I've turned the big screen off because less than 5 minutes to go. I'll finish my commentary and then right. I think my problem was once I didn't even bother to heal. If you have full health, you might survive it. It's one of those things I don't like about some of these games. You get forced health loss. It happened in the deck when you need to get a key. It happens again here. And I'm sure there are instances in Tomb Raider 4 where it happens as well. Forced health loss. But you have to fall down somewhere and lose a lot of health to progress. That's what that means. Okay. We're in the final area. And yeah. Right. See, obviously I want to kill the crocodiles. I use Desert Eagle. You could probably leave them alive and put a lever and go out again. I, however, am not that skilled. I'd probably get eaten alive trying to do that in some circumstances. Right, I've paused it for some reason. And you can see we've got all 3 secrets. And that's all that matters to me, folks. So here I am, and this is literally 2 months after I've finished commenting. It's exactly 2 months ago, I think. Just the way things have gone. It would have been done sooner. I'm not taking on too much at once with the recording and the content. I'm slowly catching up. For example, I'm not allowed to record anymore 204 parts until I've finished all this game. And then what I do, you see, is when I finish the game, I've got a hard drive that I put that game onto, so it saves me clogging up this very limited computer. Because if I didn't do that, I'd just fill the hard drive up and I wouldn't be able to do any more recording at all. So the external hard drive has actually got twice the memory of this computer, so it's a bit rubbish, this computer. A bit rubbish. It only has about 500 gigabytes of memory, which isn't very much at all these days. But like I say, it's probably from the early 2000s, so. Well, that's why I think PC is the way to go, because they need several terabytes of memory on most of them. And, of course, there's this Let's Playing software which reduces the amount of memory a video takes up. I'm not that professional, I don't have that. A lot of Let's Players do, and I'm led to believe that means they can upload a lot faster than I can because of that. But this computer probably can't run that very well, so I'll have to wait until I upgrade it. Oh my god. I'm such a spaz, it's taken me like almost 10 months to upgrade my computer. It doesn't matter, of course. Also, there's a fact of having to re-log into all of your websites and you can change your computer. Shouldn't be too much of a problem with that. I often forget my password and I have to resend it again. Which was idiotic, I know. Right, I've completed the level now. Got all 3 secrets, and I know it's been a bit of a pain, but thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you